Welcome back to the show, guys. I'm your host, Valentine. Expecting you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. Happy New Year's. Happy Merry Christmas. Oh, Happy Merry Christmas. Everybody, Happy Christmas. Happy New Year's. Yes, I had a couple days off, but I'm back. I feel good. 2020 is here. Election year. Feeling good about this year. Make your plans. Make your goals. Go for them. Put God first, and everything is going to come out good in Jesus' name. Guys, let's get right into it right away. We're going to talk about the topic that has been flooding the news for the last couple of hours. The taking out of this General Qasem Soleimani in Iraq. I'm going to tell you this. If you don't know anything what's going on, pay attention to this video. See it to the end. You're going to get the gist of what's going on. You're going to get my opinion, and you're going to see the facts of what matter. We're going to can't talk, man. We're going to cover four things, right? We're going to talk about who was General Qasem Soleimani. Why did Donald Trump, number two, why did Donald Trump decide to take him out? Number three, what is the difference between other terrorists and this? They call them terrorists. The United States consider the terrorists. Why is this very important? And this is very, very important. Number three is very important. This has never happened. Number four, my opinion, and will the U.S. go to war? Who was General Qasem Soleimani? Qasem Soleimani, 62-year-old general, considered second most powerful man in Iran. Not Iraq. Don't confuse the two. Iran. He was considered to be like the vice president, the leader of the CIA, and a general all at once. Super powerful man after its supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, right? Number two, leaders of Iran. He was the leader of Iran's Quds Force, who the United States has designated it as a foreign terrorist organization. And he was the leader, so the United States consider him terrorist. Number three, he has taken the lives of an estimated 600 United States service members. And number four was, some people say he was responsible for the attack that just happened at the United States Embassy in Iraq, December 31st. Number two, why did President Donald Trump decide to take him out? And I quote, he was plotting an imminent and sinister attacks on American diplomats and personnel, but we caught him in the act and terminated him, which this is confirmed by the Justice Department. Donald Trump says that he's not seeking war with Iran. Everybody knows that. Donald Trump ran on not war. He's not seeking war with Iran, or he's not seeking a regime change. The president also added, we do not seek regime change. However, the Iranian regime's aggression, including use of proxy fighters to destabilize the neighbors, must end, and it must end now. So there was an imminent attack. Imminent meaning there was going to be an attack. So they took a preemptive step, or a step before the attacks happened and this window of opportunity opened up to take this guy that, read up on this guy. Read up on who Qasem Soleimani is and his terror. He had his hand everywhere in the Middle East. Everywhere. He had these little fighters, proxy fighters. Proxy fighters are, if you don't want to do it yourself, you're going to send somebody to do it for you. So that person gets caught or gets killed, and your name is not there. But the United States know that Iran uses these proxy militia groups, these proxy groups, Hezbollah, etc., have the Middle East in total chaos, right? Okay, so now let's see what persons like Trump haters like Chuck Schumer, Democrat Chuck Schumer, say about the killing of Soleimani.
Last night, the United States conducted a military operation designed to kill Major General Qasem Soleimani, a notorious terrorist. No one should shed a tear over his death.
So even Chuck Schumer is saying that we should not have, nobody should shed a tear over the killing of this person. And he continues and he adds, which I didn't put it on there, he was just mad that the president didn't tell them that he was mad that the president didn't tell the leakers, right? Like, why would he tell the leakers? He's not declaring war, which he needs consent from the United States Congress to declare war. The president is not declaring war. So hence, he doesn't need to tell them that, right? But they want to be in it. I've never been in the Middle East, and a whole bunch of people never have been in the Middle East. But let's take the word of somebody who has been there. Retired General David Petraeus, former commander of the U.S. forces in Iraq and Afghanistan, and a former CIA director. What does he say? And look what he says about who this guy Qasem was, right? Soleimani, I'm sorry. Who this what Qasem Soleimani was. Look what he says. David Petraeus, it is impossible to overstate the importance of this particular action. It is more significant. Listen to this. It's more significant than the killing of Osama bin Laden or even the death of Islamic State leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Soleimani was the architect and operational commander of the Iranian effort to solidify control of the so-called Shia Crescent, stretching from Iran to Iraq through Syria into southern Lebanon. He is responsible for providing explosive projectiles and arms and other munitions that killed over 600 American soldiers and many more of our coalition and Iraqi partners just in Iraq, as well as in many other countries such as Syria. So his death is an enormous significance. And this is very important. This guy been doing this for like 20 years in the Middle East. Orchestrating here, his hand there. Orchestrating there, his hand here, his hand there. Why? So why is this number 3? This is point number 3. This is very important. This is why there's such a big fuss about this. Why is this death different than, for example, like the one that David Petraeus said? He said like the ISIS leader, Abu al-Baghdadi, and one that you guys know, Osama bin Laden. Why is this different than those people? Well, Abu al-Baghdadi was the leader of a terrorist group, ISIS. Osama bin Laden was the leader of a terrorist group, Al-Qaeda. Qasem Soleimani was the general, the active general of a country. So it's not a group, it's a country. This tells the people that we are now going against not groups, not militia. We're going against a whole country, right? So we are taking the first steps, and we took the first steps into a possible war with Iran, who, let me make this clear, who do not have the capabilities, the missile capabilities to attack the United States from Iran. They don't. They don't have any bases nearby, but they do have a worldwide terror network and proxy fighters that can do the dirty job. So that's the main problem, right? We have crazy, these leftists, right? Liberals. Like, for example, the mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio, saying that we are in a de facto war. We are in a de facto war already with Iran. It's like, I feel as if some of these liberals, like, they want this to be, to us to go to war. So that way they could say, yeah, I told you he was bad. I told you. Shouldn't we be in the back? Shouldn't we be having a nationalist sentiment towards nobody wants war? Not even President Trump. Nobody wants war. But sadly, there's some things that have to be done that are in this imperfect world. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is my opinion, right? I don't know if necessarily this was the correct step. I don't know. I can't tell you that. Why? Because I'm not a military strategist. I don't know what is the best step. I think it's a very risky step that the United States had done. But yet again, the man is responsible for killing over 600 Americans. So they had a window of opportunity to stop imminent attacks, meaning attacks that were going to happen in the future. This window opened up. They decided to take this evil human being out, set by Chuck Schumer. This guy was a terrorist. This guy was bad. This was an evil human being. The United States had the opportunity to take him out. They did. Now, while I was in college, a professor of mine said this, right? Nuclear powers keep world powers at bay. What does that mean? That with the advent of nuclear power, now everybody and a whole bunch of countries have nuclear weapons. We're not talking about conventional weapons, missile shooting. We're not talking about that little battle here, little battle there. We're talking about literally destroying miles upon miles of land with one bomb dropped, right? Not talking about World War I, not talking about World War II, even though World War II ended with an atomic bomb dropped by the United States, the only country that has done that. We're talking about nuclear power. So it's not that easy as say, hey, Iran is going to say, hey, we're going to go to war with the only country that has dropped a nuclear bomb on the world and has nuclear powers, has allies right next to us that have nuclear powers, have bases right next to us that can literally sink Iran into the ground. Literally. Are the Iranians that stupid? I don't think so. I don't think so. So I don't think that we are going to go into war like that. Remember, we're not talking about guns, right? What do you guys think? Do you guys think, I mean, it's sad the way the world is. This is the way the world is. There's a power that rules the world. And I know you guys might not see it. There's a power behind all these evil acts. There's a power. It's called the devil. It's called evil. He's there. And that's the only reason for all this evilness, right? But because I'm saying, like, why can't they just everybody be happy that they have food in their table and just be happy and just tranquilito, right? Everybody do their thing on their side. No. They have to go out and kill and destroy and meme and do this and do that because humans have they've given themselves over to the evil one. Guys, what do you think about this topic? Let me know in the comments down below. We coming strong 2020. Super important year for the United States, for the world in general, right? Election year in my country too, Dominican Republic. Super important year here in the United States. Super important year for you too. Let me know in the comments. Remember to share. Every time you share, every time you give a like, you send that signal to YouTube telling them, the shares help me. The likes tell YouTube that, something is happening on this channel. We got to promote Valentine. Something good, God bless. Godspeed me, Valentine. I'm out.